Distance Nerding.
Hey! What's up, everybody?
What it do? What it do?
Woo! How's it going,
Hello, everyone.
ladies and gentlemen? It's Taco Tuesday. You know what that means. You are now experiencing Distance Nerding. And of course,
part of the Geek Freaks Podcast Network.
that's right. Someone erased it.
Yep,
I did.
someone erased it,
I
but
did.
we all know it. It's all.
I'm Young Phil. She's Jen from Frey Comics. There's SHDU. And that thing over there is Jahmez 5000.
Hi, everybody. And we're here
to
nerd
together.
together. Talking about
Occasionally, once a week.
occasionally a get together. Talking about anything pop culture news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, Comic-Cons. Whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on YouTube, you are watching live right now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Listen on your favorite podcast app, your podcast place of choice. Leave us a review. Remember, 5 stars helps us out. If you are listening on Spotify, give us a review on the episode. Let us know how you like the episode. You know, it really does help the algorithm think that we're amazing. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Threads, Blue Sky, Discord, all at Distance Nerding. And of course, if you would like to shoot us an email and have us read it on the show, you can email us at any place you would like, as long as that place you like is distancenerding@AOL.com.
At AOL.com. All right, let's get going.
Let's do it.
You can email us from whatever. It's
From
just-
anywhere.
Yeah, from anywhere.
Well,
yeah.
Before we get into everything that's going on right here, ladies and gentlemen, you have now stumbled onto the worst kept secret in all of the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching The Download. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump right into this. This week on deck, we've got starting rumors.
Is Marvel mapping a multiversal meltdown?
The Download.
Is anime the TMU of Hollywood? Let's discuss.
And of course, the Geek End Update.
Jackpot! Silver Age Comic Con is almost here.
Woo.
But first,
Let me get a shout out. I'm still getting used to where everything is on the new soundboard. So I'm just I was looking over, I was like, where's it at? Damn it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen,
There you go.
this show is brought to you by the good folks over at W. That's right, W is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. W contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about W at www.w.gg. Use the code NERDING10 and get 10% off your order. All the deliciousness, all the greatness, all the fun.
so Geek Freaks Network is all about connecting and informing, where geeks can explore their fandoms, discover new ones, and engage in nerdy discussions. And you know we're here for nerdy discussions. Check out the Geek Freaks podcast, Challenge Accepted, Outlast podcast, Fandom Portals, Who's Got Next Game, Disney Moms Gone Wrong, Geek Freaks interviews, headlines, Anime Plus, and of course the show you're watching right now, Distance Nerding. The Geek Freaks Network has got you covered. Find out more at gfpods.com. Somebody slap that into the chat.
That's right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into the first segment here. It is time to start some rumors.
Woo.
Time to get banned in Belarus is what we're ready to do. And banned in Belarus, because we're banned in Belarus. Banned in Belarus.
Banned in
We're banned in Belarus.
Banned in
Banned in Belarus. Yeah.
Kind of adorable that you guys kind of went like more for like a loungy thing, and I kind of like went, yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
banned in
Opposite
Belarus,
direction.
folks. We're banned in Belarus.
That's how jazz happens.
Jazz hands. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this first story.
Are they still changing all the documents to Skywalker? According to the latest from the Holonet, Lucasfilm put the post-Rise of Skywalker film on pause while it juggles other projects. No script, no shooting, and possibly no snacks, which, frankly, BB-8 is taking the hardest. Still, Rey's not out of the saga, just waiting, lightsaber in hand, for her cue. You know she's not the type to stay sidelined for long, and when she returns, you can bet she'll be rewriting the Jedi Rule Book. So, tacos on the table. Is this latest pause a one-off, or is Lucasfilm searching for the next chosen plotline?
I saw this. My tacos are off the table. They can't back out of this whole Ray thing. They have to lead with it. They have to.
Well, I mean, but they've got a couple of projects coming up that are like in the past. So they've got like the for Jedi Prime or whatever the heck it's called, and then the Starfighter.
Yeah.
So they could put Rey off for a little bit until everybody calms down about the sequels.
Right.
And so, maybe, and that'll give Filoni more time to, put more lore in there to make it all work. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
And
I don't really care.
You're right, because that's another movie coming, is the Filoni New Republic era movie.
The Heir to the Empire, pretty much movie, yeah.
Yeah, the Mandalorian season 4 type thing. So okay, you kind of swayed me over to the dark side, so maybe.
I think they should focus more on stuff outside of the Skywalker saga. I think we should just kind of be like, no, we're going to get away from that for a while. We have another entire other universe here. Let's get away from the Skywalker stuff for a bit. Just to talk about other things or whatever. Because it was basically like, nope, it all has to fall on this timeline. It's why, while the Acolyte didn't exactly work out as well as it could have, it was a welcome departure from, this is completely outside of the Skywalker saga or whatever. It's a completely different thing. So I think they should prioritize more of those different universe expanding kind of things that are not in that, whatever it is, 45 years or so from Phantom Menace to Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
So,
I'm with you on that. So here's my thing with all of this. Like, I'm not against getting rid of Rey. There are a lot of people who are very anti-Rey. They don't like the whole Rey storyline and all that. I'm not with that group of people. I'm not with that side of Star Wars fandom that hates Rey. I think she's a decent character. I think that she is an interesting character. It makes sense just based on where their priorities are sitting at right now. They are focusing on more of that outside of the Skywalker stuff. Like, there's things that are in the saga, but I do see like a lot of the toxic fanboys that are going to be happy that this isn't happening. But at the same time, those toxic fanboys are also not realizing that Rey is a moneymaker. And she is whether they like it or not, she's a fan favorite character.
Yeah.
So my tacos are on the table as far as like it makes sense to put a pause on that section. That also does give, like you mentioned, it gives Filoni a little bit more time to kind of write that story out, but also focusing on the things that they have like 4 or 5 different storylines that are happening right now. Let's close out those storylines, and then we can revisit the Skywalker storyline with Rey.
My Kyber crystal encrusted Durasteel inlaid tacos are on the table. But yeah, more for them pausing this for now, not necessarily the whole they're going to get rid of all of it and they're going to go whatever. Because I like Rey. The sequels were fine. Last Jedi was pretty good. That's the most controversial opinion I have. So, I mean, yeah, I wish they had emphasized a little bit more of the like kind of grayness of her character, but that's a more my personal opinion of how the Force works and all that.
I was just gonna say your most controversial opinion is that you put sour cream on steak tacos. So.
No. I never said that I did. I said I understand it.
Okay, who's got next then?
If you thought No Way Home was crowded, Brand New Day might need a bigger web.
Nice.
Good. No, it's good.
Wait, hold on. I've got some. Time for that. There we go.
Hey.
Rumors are swirling that Tom Holland's next outing will throw Shang-Chi, Silver Samurai, Viper, and the alien suit into the mix. Add to that the return of John Bernthal's Punisher, and suddenly Peter Parker's friendly neighborhood is looking a lot more like a war zone. This film could be the MCU's next big street-level convergence, tying into Daredevil Born Again with Dustin Daniel Cretton, right? Cretton. Okay. Directing, expect some serious hand-to-hand spectacle alongside the web slinging. The TLDR, martial arts mayhem, toxic villains, a brooding vigilante with a skull on his chest, and a black suit that might just whisper sweet symbiote nothings into Peter's ear. Yeah, this brand new day is sounding a lot more like a full-blown identity crisis. Tacos on the table. Is this a bold new chapter for Spider-Man, or is Marvel stuffing the web so full there's no room left for Peter or his tingle?
Or his tingle.
Or his tinkle.
You gotta accommodate the tingle. Okay. What do we think?
Where's
Nobody
tacos?
has any.
Where's your tacos,
Where's
young
tacos?
Phil?
My tacos. All right, so let's start with my tacos on this. There is a leaked photo of the new Silver Samurai armor, so I think that Silver Samurai is probably going to be in this. He needs a reboot from the Wolverine anyways, because turning it into a giant robot wasn't the greatest. But also I was kind of hoping that, because the rumors for the new Big Hero 6 movie, I was hoping they were going to finally like integrate him into Big Hero 6, because Silver Samurai is a mainstay on Big Hero 6. But I know that that's a thing. Shang-Chi, if anything, I feel like Shang-Chi is just going to be kind of like a cameo kind of thing. It's not going to be something like super huge. Viper is interesting, and the alien suit. I mean, it's just saying that by the end of the movie he'll have the black suit, which that's if they have an explanation for the symbiote that makes sense, then I'm all for it. Plus, that is going to lead into kind of Secret Wars anyways, because that is a massive storyline within Secret Wars, is Spider-Man getting the black suit. Again, we already know John Bernthal is there. The question is he playing a major role in a fight, or is he essentially doing what Matt Murdock did in the last Spider-Man movie, where it's just a cameo?
And are we going to get Matt Murdock again?
Right.
Ooh.
The other thing that would be interesting is if they did a nod to Civil War, like the comic, and Spider-Man, like say in the opening scene of the movie, stops Punisher from killing somebody.
Ooh.
Oh, that could be cool.
Okay.
Yeah. That could be cool.
Because that's the thing, is that the reason he doesn't get along with 90% of the heroes in Marvel is because he is willing to kill, and because he is a lot more morally ambiguous than a lot of the other heroes within Marvel. So I wouldn't put it past him to have his hand have a gun on a guy's head, executioner style, getting ready to pull the trigger, and they slow-mo it and have Spider-Man like save the guy at the last second. And it's like, this is not what we do. This is not what we do. This is not what we do. What is it that we do? Like I can hear him doing.
Oh that. Yeah. No, I'm in.
What are you crying? We don't cry here. Sorry.
There's no crying
about it.
There's no crying and killing people.
Yeah, I can also hear John Bernthal's Punisher just having a mental breakdown, and like he's in the midst of having another mental breakdown.
Right.
It's not him. He has a mental breakdown because Spider-Man stops him. No, he's in the middle of a crisis, and he's just murking dudes.
That could be cool.
Well, I think it would be cool. I do think that it's going to be an interesting thing, especially now that they've, Daredevil's done so well, and that they're bringing in other characters for the second season. I am wondering if we're going to get more than John in this. Maybe we will get Charlie Cox. Maybe we'll get, something else. But and Charlie Cox won't know that Peter Parker's Spider-Man, or will he?
My tacos with heavy eyeliner, standing on a street corner just going like this.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
He's
Wow.
emo Spider-Man.
And they're on the table.
Emo.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to be the other side of the coin. I'm going to say my tacos are off the table. We're talking about Punisher, Shang-Chi, Silver Samurai, Viper, and the black suit. plus the storyline with whatever's going on with MJ. I think it's my tacos are off the table. That is too much to throw into a 2-hour Spider-Man movie. Plus, the Punisher vibe is like the complete opposite of what a Spider-Man vibe is with Tom Holland. So I'm gonna say tacos off the table.
And again, what I'm mentioning is there. You hear all these characters that are going to be in this. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to have big roles in the movie. Feige is the master of throwing cameos into these movies, and a lot of them is cameos of them out of suit. Punisher at a coffee shop, casing a target, or Shang-Chi is just like just kind of chilling, hanging out, and Spider-Man walks by, kind of thing. Like he is really good at throwing these cameos in there without them being major parts of the movie. Again, Matt Murdock had a 10-second scene and everybody remembers it. I
still scream. I still scream.
Yeah, she does.
To this day,
it was hilarious in the theater.
How did you do that?
Yeah.
I'm a really good lawyer.
Really good.
Yes, he is a really good lawyer. I think my tacos are on the table for this as well. So, and JR says, how could they do a Punisher without an R rating? Well, it would have to be a cameo then.
I mean,
it has to be a cameo.
There could be a larger discussion about me mentioning how they brought the Guardians of the Galaxy into Infinity War and Endgame and whatever. But we're moving on.
But, yeah, let's just move on. Let's go. Let's get fantastic people.
Ooh.
That's right, because fan for ever. Marvel's putting serious faith in its first family of Fantastic Four sequel is already in the works for 2028. That's right, even before we meet this new crew, the studio's banking on big things from Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben. Maybe they've seen the future, or maybe they just really like blue spandex. Meanwhile, the Avengers Secret Wars finale might be going full Infinity Saga with a rumored two-parter. Translation 2028 could be the multiverse cleanup on aisle everything. So
everywhere, all at once.
That's right. So TLDR, the 411. The Fantastic Four are getting a sequel before their debut drops, and Secret Wars might be pulling a double shift. Feels like Marvel's building towards a soft reboot, or they've just booked the 2028, like it's the MCU's wedding, graduation, and class reunion all at the same time.
Ooh.
So tacos on the table. Is Marvel mapping out the master plan or watching a multiversal meltdown manifest in real time?
Ooh.
You had to pick the one with all the alliterations, didn't you?
I hope that they're not going to do like a full reboot, because I hope we keep going with where we are now. The universe is much more complicated. I don't think we should just go back to, we're going to just do Avengers again. It's like, no, that's lazy. That's not... I hope that we continue on with this. Maybe we'll resolve some multiverse stuff. But I think we should keep a lot of these possibilities we have open. All the weird magical stuff, like all of that. We should keep all of that open to allow for more stories to be told, not just say, nope, we're going back to the beginning. It's like, no. You've built a universe that you can do a lot of things in. It's like Star Wars or whatever. It's like if, for the sequels, they went back to and tried to do... Oh, wait.
Somehow, Palpatine has returned.
Well, besides that bad comparison... Bad example, but you know what I mean. That I'm trying to say they should not reboot it because it is just would stifle creativity. You should continue going on with this, continue having these story opportunities, and just build this whole thing further. So I hope they're not. On the other hand, I'm cynical enough to feel like they probably are going to do some form of reboot. I would just hope that it's in a different way than just like we're going to just bring back everybody from the beginning. So,
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. So, my tacos are on the table for there being a lot more Marvel stuff and a lot more, we're trying to get all these stories out there and whatever, but not necessarily for a reboot. So,
Gotcha.
My stretchy, slightly transparent, somewhat crunchy, very, very hot tacos are on the table.
Wow, those do not sound appetizing.
Well,
this is like
it's the crunchy, like the crunchy on sushi or whatever. It's that kind of...
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I gotcha.
Anyway.
I gotcha. This is like a 2-course taco meal. So, Frey, where are your tacos on Fantastic Four 2? Should they do Fantastic Four 2? Or should they be like Fantastic Four B?
Fantastic Five. Oh.
Fantastic Five ever.
Herbie's officially a part of the team.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, they are she's pregnant, so there will be
Yeah.
a fifth.
Oh yeah.
Herbie is pregnant? Wow.
Yeah, Herbie is
Spoiler
pregnant.
Yeah.
Herbie's
He's going to
Oh
give
my
birth to.
God.
He's going to give birth to a
8-track.
Along the same lines, I was going to say a cassette tape, but that works too.
A floppy disk.
So my tacos are table. I do think that we are getting a second Fantastic Four. I think they're taking over as the mainstay of the MCU.
Okay.
Because they should have been in the first place. And then I also think, I mean, why not have Secret Wars be a 2-parter? It kind of needs it. And call the second one Battle World.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at you. Look at you.
And then the very end of it is Mojo will return.
Graveyard predicted that when we did X-Men 97.
Oh, I know.
And it's like,
yeah.
I still hope that happens. Like, if we see Mojo show up, I will flip my shit.
I love Mojo. Like, that's where Graveyard and I like mind meld is Mojo. So,
Mojo did
Mojo.
disgusting, disgusting.
Mojo did
Yeah,
the
right.
My tacos. Tacos for Fantastic Four B 2 5, the Fantastic and the Fantastica. My tacos are off the table for that, but my tacos are on the table for a Secret Wars 2. I could
Like
see
a
them
double
doing
feature.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of it
top.
being
No. That's it. It's Top Secret Wars.
there
It's
you
Secret
Top
Wars and
Secret
Top
Wars.
Secret Wars.
I like it. I like
Super Secret Wars.
Super Secret Wars.
I'm laughing because Matt Aguilar in the chat said, "Are you holding a Bluey plushie, James?"
Oh,
Amazing.
was that on screen? Sorry.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Product placement. He's just holding Bluey.
Me, I started holding a pen now, as if I write stuff down. And we all know I don't write anything
Dope.
down.
It's the Lois Lane in you.
Look at that. It is.
Oh yeah, I got merch.
So we're gonna do this right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next story.
Okay. Ultron has entered the chat. Marvel's not just crafting one ending for Vision Quest, I should say. They're reportedly testing multiple finales, each stacked with major MCU returns. This one is interesting. One version brings back Billy Maximoff and Ghost Agatha, while another could resurrect Wanda herself, setting up a Scarlet Witch comeback.
My mind just
Nope.
blew, but I'm
Nope.
gonna. I
Keep it-
was saying you continue. My mind just blew right now.
Keep it between your ears. This Disney Plus series is shaping up to be the final act in a trilogy that started with WandaVision and continued with Agatha all along, with Paul Bettany's White Vision on a journey of identity, memory, and James Spader's Ultron returning in human form. The emotional stakes are sky high, and the AI drama is giving Westworld a run for its money.
That's
That's
good.
totally right.
That's-
So
yeah.
I do have a eyes-only briefing.
Eyes only briefing.
Marvel's testing multiple endings for Vision, each with a major MCU return. Depending on which version they greenlight, we're either getting a quiet character coda or a Scarlet Witch resurrection that could rewrite the next chapter of the multiverse. Tacos on the table. Is Marvel carefully crafting the perfect emotional payoff or just rebooting reality like a corrupted Vision backup file? Corrupted Vision.
So where my mind just blew, I think the culmination of this entire of all three of these shows is to bring Wanda back. And that we are gonna get by the end of this, we are gonna get a fully realized Scarlet Witch, which we kind of got in Doctor Strange, but I mean, like, you're gonna have that ambiguous, oh my god, the magic of Bluey floating.
Speaking of magic,
But yes, my mind is blown by the idea of this entire thing just is a cudgel for Wanda to come back, and I love the idea because she is so OP. She was OP before she was quote unquote killed off. She is going to be even more OP when she comes back.
I definitely think that you're right. I think they are gonna. This is like a let's resurrect the Scarlet Witch. I think it's the introduction, really, of the Scarlet Witch, because when she was in Doctor Strange Mom, she wasn't. She's still grieving. She hasn't fully realized what she can do with her powers, and now that Billy is in the same universe and he brought Tommy into this universe, Wanda can't be far behind because she's not going to let her kids be out there by themselves. And Vision's got, once he figures out what's up with him, he's going to want to tell Wanda all about it. So it all leads back to Wanda. And then Agatha can finally get her revenge, but not really, because she's a ghost now and she looks amazing.
What if Wanda comes back? She resurrects her brother, so Pietro comes back. And what we get is now that mutants are coming in, this is the beginnings of House of M. What if at the end of Secret Wars it's House of M?
It could be, and it should be, because House of M would be the next logical step. And instead of House of M for mutants, it's House of M for multiverse,
right? And
that's how they really focus the multiverse and bring in the mutants into our universe, our MCU universe, and that's what collapses the multiverse saga. That would be great.
But they don't call it House of M. They call it Mutant Dojo Casa House. I think that's
or the house that Feige built.
The house that Feige built.
House of M.
The house of Kevin.
Yeah.
KVA.
Bringing back She-Hulk for all you haters out there.
Matt Aguilar with the best screenshot of the year.
Nice. Before Bluey fell. I love it.
My tacos of fire, water, earth, and air are on the table. All right, let's move on.
All right, you got the next one.
I do. We have the Spirit of Vengeance now hiring. Marvel's Midnight Suns movie is reportedly back in active development with a spicy twist. Ghost Rider is now rumored to lead the team, with Blade still stuck in development limbo, because of course. It looks like Marvel's ready to hand over the Flaming Skull. The Supernatural squad is shaping up to include Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night, Elsa Bloodstone, and possibly Agatha. Well, Agatha is all along's introduction of Jennifer Gale, a mystical witch linked by blood to both Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch, has only deepened Marvel's arcane entanglements. Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight is confirmed to return in a movie, not a second season, which only adds fuel to the Midnight Suns' fire. And while there's no official casting yet, Ryan Gosling has openly campaigned to play Ghost Rider, which would be a flaming hot get for Marvel. So we do have a scorching intel drop.
Scorching intel drop.
Marvel's Supernatural squad is assembling, and Ghost Rider may be taking the wheel. With Blade stalled and the multiverse saga craving darker corners, Midnight Suns could be the MCU's next big swing into horror hero territory. So, tacos on the table. Is Midnight Suns the next big phase of MCU mythmaking, or just a flaming breadcrumb trail to nowhere? And of course, will there only ever be one Blade?
As of right now, there is only one Blade, and there only ever will be one Blade. I'm really upset that, because again, the news popped out that they are dropping it back into out of development. And Mahershala Ali, the man has the most patience in the world, because he's been waiting for the character forever. And it kind of just sucks where they're at. I mean, but I mean, it does make sense to kind of, if they're going to move forward with Midnight Suns, to move forward with Ghost Rider, you kind of need the Spirit of Vengeance in order to make it work. I mean, you kind of need Blade to make it work too, but I mean, I understand. The other thing is, you can still put Blade in that movie. You don't need a full Blade movie in order to introduce him. You can always go back and do a Blade movie later.
Yeah, that's true. There's not, I mean, Black Widow was in Iron Man. She was in Captain America. She was in...
you don't need it. Yeah.
And then, she didn't get her own movie until after she was dead. So come on.
Right. Exactly.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
My tacos are on the table for this. I want this to happen. I want a Midnight Suns movie to happen. Just give me more content, people.
I also want Ryan Gosling as Johnny Blaze. I think that is top notch casting.
Yeah.
That would be
My
great.
tacos are on
If
the
they-
table.
If they go for it.
That my tacos are on the table that we get a ghostwriter project before we get Blade. I'll throw that.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's actually going to happen.
Oh, is that a hot take? Is that a
That
flaming
is
hot take?
that is the super hottest take.
Because they
Scorching
flaming
take.
hot take.
Flamingly hot take. Hey, well, let's cool it down a little bit.
Let's chill it down.
Because
Chill
we
it down.
let's chill it down.
Cool it down.
Slow it down.
Now. Also, my flaming tacos are on the table. All right.
Okay. Now we're gonna chill it down.
Yep.
Because
Chill
we've
it
got Elseworlds Without Borders, one actor's quest for a DC visa. James Gunn has revealed that a very, very, very famous movie actor is currently writing a script for a DC Elseworlds movie. The actor pitched the idea directly to Gunn, who confirmed the project is in development, but with a major caveat. It won't move forward unless the script is a masterpiece. Masterpiece. Gunn shared that the actor got all funny when he heard the bar was set that high. But he's still working on it. No names have been dropped, but speculation is already swirling. Michael B. Jordan and Tom Cruise are among the top fan guesses, thanks to past DC flirtations and recent Warner Brothers deals. The Mystery Project would fall under DC's Elseworlds banner, which allows for standalone, out of continuity stories like the Batman and Joker. Gunn emphasized that while he's open to these kinds of tales, they need to be exceptional to earn a green light. WGBS breaking report. A Hollywood A-lister is crafting a DC script that could redefine what Elseworlds means, but unless it hits masterpiece status, it may never leave the pitch room. Gunn's Elseworlds strategy is about bold storytelling with cinematic weight, not just side quests. Tacos on the table. Is DC about to stamp a creative passport to greatness, or just leave this script stranded at customs?
Nice.
It is very interesting to hear that they are moving forward with a lot of these Elseworld stories. The thing about all of that, so we know it's an A-lister that's writing it. The name that does come to mind is Michael B. Jordan. He had already been working on a Black Superman script, which is based on a comic. It's based on there's two different Black Supermen within DC, and I would love to see that storyline. I would love to see that happen. That, and I would love to see Red Sun. Red Sun would be a really cool.
Red Sun would be really cool. Yeah.
That was such a good storyline. Like, what if Superman was Russian instead of American? But yeah, like I my tacos are 100% on the table. It's the speculation of who is it that is writing this story.
What if it's Ryan Reynolds trying to do another Green Lantern movie?
I doubt it.
That'd be good.
Green Lantern 2. Was it Electric?
Greener and Lanternier.
Greener and Lantern. Too fast, too lantern.
Too fast. Too
Double the green, double the douche.
No.
The Hal Jordan story.
I don't know. Yeah, I like the idea of that. I'm not sure what Tom Cruise would write in terms of a DC movie. I don't know. I feel like it involved planes and weird alien spirits, but
I
just
feel
me.
like he could do a really good is it Wildcat? That's the JSA Wildcat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
boxer?
The DC
Yeah.
guy.
The boxer?
Yeah. From JSA. I think he would be really good as that.
Michael B. Jordan as Wildcat?
No, Tom Cruise is Wildcat.
He's too short, man. Come on.
No, he's not. Wildcat is not that tall. You guys are crazy here. And he also Wildcat trains Black Canary
Black Canary.
and Lady Shiva and like a whole bunch of people. Like he did a lot of stuff. He got around. I'm just gonna say that he got around.
Yeah, no. Tom Cruise's Wolverine is the only thing that I can accept because he's the right height.
That's good. No, that's good.
Short King, baby.
We only want short queens. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying
That's an inside
to.
joke.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a weird taco. My tacos are phasing in and out of reality, and they're on the table. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Because Elseworlds, because multiverse
Don't eat those
stuff?
tacos. Don't eat those tacos, man.
No, you can only eat part of those tacos.
Yeah, those tacos are gonna make you shit yourself, man. Just don't do it.
Somebody in another universe ate the other half of that taco. Don't eat those tacos.
Yeah, no. It's like if you look, like there's, if you look at the table, you don't know if the taco is going to be there or not. That's the thing. It's like it's like a Schrodinger's taco.
Guys, I'm just throwing it out there. It is very rare that we recommend not to eat a taco. This is that moment.
I don't think you've ever recommended any of my tacos, so I get it.
Yeah, well, because you recommend blue furry tacos.
Jen SHDU, Jahmez, and Jen again because Phil didn't change his thing.
I am the Princess of Darkness.
And we're in the new sitcom Taco Trouble.
Taco trauma.
Taco Trauma. Working title.
And that is
Okay.
it for rumors.
Yeah, we did it. We did it, y'all. We got through the rumors.
I'm Shud Skywalker.
Yeah, that was the
Stop being such a shud. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to move on. We are going to move into Taco Bear. Oh my God. It is time to move into the next portion, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the download. Of course, I lost my mouse. There it is.
Hey. All right.
All
And of
right.
course,
The download.
we are beginning with phrase segment.
well,
this-
we're beginning
Actually,
with
before we do that,
for more news, trailers,
Oh, yeah,
reactions.
right, yeah.
Check out the Distance Zerdington post. Someone let Shadu know that we have a Distance Zerdington post to let us know what you're nerding out on. And we'll talk about it, guys. Anything that you guys are nerding out on, whatever it is that you guys are nerding out on, we want to talk about it. Let us know, and we will make an effort to get those subjects on the show, guys. So with that being said, Shadu, you want to go ahead and
So for more news, trailers, reactions, check out the No, this is
oh, sorry, wrong button.
this is the casting cache. Where
Were there crickets in here?
this is casting cache, where the roles are shocking, the decisions are mysterious, and the only thing we can say for sure is someone somewhere said yes to this. Frey?
yes,
You are?
they did. Yes, we ain't done yet. Tim Russ returns for Spaceballs 2. Yes, that guy who declared we ain't found shit in the original has teased his return for the sequel. His post, I may be combing the desert again. Nostalgia activated, shovels ready. Whether it's a cameo, a quest, or just another day on the world's driest treasure hunt, one thing's clear, Russ is suiting up.
That's
Now,
awesome.
will he be fused with another character unceremoniously?
Maybe.
No, I think it would be funny if it was a cameo and he just like walked past and he's like, I cannot believe like something, but it has to be equally as cinematic.
It just goes 40 years later. I still ain't found shit.
It's still on the planet. So,
right.
When you gonna let me come
He's got
home?
his kids out there.
Right.
Yeah. He hits everything he shoots at, no matter what, because he's
Right.
been out there for 40 years, bored. Anyway, speaking of suits, there can be only one mentor. Russell Crowe joins Highlander reboot. He will play Ramirez, the immortal mentor to Henry Cavill's Connor McLeod.
Why will they never
Connor
pick
McLeod.
a Spaniard?
Oh, Connor
Never gonna
McLeod.
pick a Spaniard to play Ramirez. What the hell, man?
Oh, man. Guiding him through centuries of brooding and beheadings. Crow confirmed the news with a wink on social media. Yes, it's true. I shall be returning to the Highlands with a sword. It has been a few centuries, because when you're immortal, what's a few hundred years between sequels? Am I right?
Right, Jen?
That's awesome.
I mean, hundreds of years goes by
Missed
like
opportunity in not getting Antonio Banderas to play that character.
Ooh. Yeah.
What are you talking about? He's Spanish. Haven't you seen Gladiator? Didn't they call him Spaniard?
That's right. He did play a Spaniard in
Gladiator.
You're right. No, okay. You're right.
You'll
You're right.
allow
He
it.
does play a Spaniard.
And of course, he is also the Pope's exorcist.
Yes.
Good call. Good call out.
Player 2 has entered. Kalina Liang brings
Liang?
the spinning bird kick as Chun-Li in the Street Fighter reboot. Kalina Liang has
Young?
officially joined the fight. The Presence and Foundation star will play Chun-Li in Legendary's live-action Street Fighter reboot, stepping into the role of the iconic Interpol agent known for her lightning-fast kicks and signature style. No plot details yet, but if Liang's in, it's time to finish them!
Wrong franchise, but Sarah, we'll
It's close enough. No one
Fine.
cares. Oh.
it's just the rival franchise, right? It's just the one that people argue was better than the other.
You're about to be finished. Don't mess with her outros. I'm ready for the
You know
next
how
one.
long it
Let's do
took
it.
me to craft that?
I know exactly how long it took you to craft that.
Just kidding.
He's like, all of 5 seconds. It was so long.
Shut up. All right, from spinning kicks to spy games, Aaron Pierre reportedly eyed for James Bond. And his eyes are so pretty. The next 007 might be trading in his license to kill for a fresh face. Rising British star Aaron Pierre is reportedly being considered for the iconic role as Amazon's MGM preps its next Bond chapter. Pierre brings the charisma and intensity that could redefine Bond for a new era. Nothing's official yet, but he's clearly in the conversation. From Lantern Corps to MI6, Aaron Pierre might just be the next name on Her Majesty's shortlist.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna have my take on this.
Here we go.
Not a bad take.
Here we
The
go.
thing is the internet is so upset with this entire idea.
Why?
Every website, everything that I come across.
Okay,
everything
so
that
it's
comes
not
across-
just the anti-woke people or whatever.
No, it is. It's
Oh, okay.
They
Yeah.
are.
It's
they
just them.
are-
Cool.
Yeah, they are just in mass pissed off that they're even considering Aaron Pierre to be James Bond, and it's like
Good then. Fuck them.
but what's funny is on every single forum that I see this pop up on where people are getting pissed, it's weird because it's like you have everybody mad that well, his parents are supposed to be Scottish, so sure, he's such a Scotsman. Look at him, he's such a Scot. All the
Have
people,
you been to Scotland?
but people complain about James Bond being black, but then also at least one person in all of these feeds are like, it would have been better if it was Idris Elba. Yeah, but Idris Elba's too old to play the character. He by his own account.
Yeah, Idris Elba said he was too old to play the character, guys. So
Right.
gosh, hush your butts.
Leave Idris alone.
Leave Idris alone. I don't have a problem with Aaron Pierre just because he is a charismatic person. He is an amazing actor to the point where some of the characters that he's played, I didn't realize he was British. I thought he was American.
Me either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his American accent is that damn good, you know.
Yeah, it's like again, yeah, it's like John Boyega or Henry Cavill or anything. It's that same kind of
Yeah.
really,
Wait,
really well done accent.
Henry Cavill's British?
You didn't know this?
What is going on?
half the characters he plays are British. I mean,
Yeah.
How come US can't put out any good actors right now? What's happening?
Scientology.
Scientology. Cults.
I do like
Cults, that's
Aaron.
why.
I do like Aaron Pierre.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
really good actor. I really enjoyed Rebel Ridge.
Rebel Ridge
Excited-
is good.
I'm excited to see him as Jon Stewart in Lanterns.
I do.
Mhm.
That was my only thing. Is if he's already signed up to be Jon Stewart,
Yeah, that's what I was
I
gonna
don't
say.
think he's going to have another commitment like James Bond. It's
That's-
either
yeah.
one or the other.
Yeah. So I'm saying that. Yeah, I don't feel like he's going to do both of them. So I would say probably not, just because he is playing Jon Stewart. I'd love him as James Bond, but I mean,
Yeah. That's
So-
my.
I'm
only
just glad
contention-
he's part of the conversation.
me
Yeah.
too.
My
Yeah.
only contention with him is that he's Jon Stewart, and it's like, you know, that's a lot to put on your plate.
Yeah.
But then again, they don't do James Bond movies as often as they're going to be doing DC movies.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Daniel Craig was in some disparate things during
Right.
James Bond too. So
Well, he did all the Knives Out. Like he
yeah,
did
that's what I was saying. You did like
the first
Knives Out,
Knives
Glass
Out
Onion, and
movie
all
and
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, and we don't know how Amazon's gonna do it. So it could be
yeah,
like they could be doing like just want to crank out the movies to make their money back from the IP. So yeah, maybe he wouldn't be able to do it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I'm just glad he's part of the conversation.
Yeah,
I mean, I
definitely.
think it's great. I think it's
you know,
great
if he can
that
work
he's
it out,
been
I would be
considered.
happy to have him as James Bond. So
Well, guys, that is it for casting. So, legacy, muscles, martinis, subtlety is on strike, and casting's thriving, like our merch people.
That's right. We got merch, people.
it's too. Wait, no,
it's too early
It's
again.
too early.
It's
Too early. It was it was like me earlier.
So it's not
No, you
merch. We don't have merch.
you gotta keep the sour cream on the table until we tell you can wipe it up with the merch.
Okay, so we don't have merch then.
Mm.
Well,
We got merch, but
well, we
we're not
do,
gonna
but
talk
that's
about it till later.
that's later. Yeah, that's yeah.
So we have merch then.
We do.
Just give me excuses to keep doing it. All right, ladies. James is like, all right, that's enough.
Move along.
It's good.
All right, you know, Lois has got all the facts, Lex has got all the ego, and Superman might be all over the box office. The big blue Boy Scout still in the sky, but it's Lois Lane who's landing the punches. Rachel Brosnahan is already channeling Lois Lane energy off screen when asked about actors griping about their superhero roles. She didn't mince words. She said, "Do it or don't do it." And then stand by it. Journalism with the heat vision, we're here for it. There you go. Meanwhile, early box office projections from Superman are soaring in every direction. Tracking ranges from a conservative 90 million to a hopeful 145 million opening weekend, making this reboot one of summer's most closely watched launches. I think it's going to do gangbusters.
Oh yeah.
I do too.
And
It's
and
Superman.
in the villain corner, Nicholas Hoult is suiting up as Lex Luthor with DC Studios co-president Peter Safran, calling him the Lex for the next generation. Though I have seen him in the trailers, and I do like his Lex so far.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's bald.
me too.
He's bald. He's brilliant,
Bald
and
and angry.
Bald
and
name.
reportedly thrilled to be terrifying. Holt might just redefine the role. No kryptonite needed, with Lex plotting and Lois popping off. Who's really the most powerful force in the DCU right now? I'm
Have you
excited
guys
for this one.
seen the video of Corn Sweat and Holt together doing a trust fall?
No.
Yes,
No.
where he Holt starts off trying to open a water bottle,
Yeah.
and David
Sweat
goes,
walks
"Oh,
in.
here, let me help you." And he just opens it immediately, and then he's like, "Hey, trust ball," and he's like, "Okay," and then he just walks off.
And yeah, David Cornsweat just drops on the ground. And he goes, "I'm the
Yeah.
villain," and he's like walks away.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's pretty funny.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
so far I like him as Lex, so it'll still be fun.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it seems like they're leaning more taking Lex as kind of the what he's supposed to be, which is a just evil billionaire, essentially. And I think that's perfect. That's what we need right now. That is very, very relevant.
Yeah,
Definitely.
evil billionaires. That is
Evil
very-
billionaire is very relevant right now.
That's all right. So let's go. Let's go ahead and continue here.
Yep. Oh, hi. Clark's playing referee while Gunn's plotting the next chapter of the DCU. While Superman readies for liftoff, James Gunn is busy assembling a DCU that spans war zones, royal intrigue, and cosmic chaos. Sergeant Rock is still in the fight, though the original version with Colin Farrell is being reworked. Gunn confirmed the World War II hero's story is still marching forward, just with a new creative strategy. Over on Themyscira, Paradise Lost is slowly taking shape. The prequel series will dive into Amazonian politics long before Diana's time. Gunn says it's loosely tied to the upcoming Wonder Woman film, but don't expect a direct handoff. She's from fucking Themyscira, so... And in the stars, Supergirl is heading for stranger skies. Gunn's excited about Millie Alcock's Altitudinal Kara, Matthias Schoenert's villain... What? Schoenert's villainous Krim, and Jason Momoa's Lobo, who's set to bring the chaos. Gunn also confirmed he's more of a Guy Gardner guy, so Kyle Rayner fans, temper your expectations. Okay, I will.
Oh, come on, man. Really? You're a Guy guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he has Nathan Fillion playing him. Come on.
I know, but
Kyle Rayner's so
he is. Anyway.
so much better.
So apparently we're tempering our expectations, Phil. Constantine, however, might still get his trenchcoat moment. As for Gunn's favorite project, still a mystery. He's keeping it under wraps, worried it's too easy to copy. But he's been sitting on it since day one, and it's the one he's most excited to make. So, with gods rising, Amazon scheming, and bounty hunters revving their bikes, what could possibly be so secret, so original, that James Gunn is keeping it locked in the Fortress of Solitude?
Captain Carrot.
Condiment Man.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
But for what he did with Polka Dot Man, yeah,
Yes!
for sure.
No, yeah, let's do it.
Heat Man.
Woo.
Honestly, if I'm gonna actually guess on this, it's what's his name? Booster Gold.
Ooh, yeah.
I would love him to do I would love him to do a Booster Gold.
Booster Gold fits his sensibility so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like him to do a Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, like Ted
Oh,
Ford
yeah.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
They need to have, like, it needs to be a buddy movie.
And you call it Blue and Gold.
Exactly. That's what I want him to do that. But I don't think that's it. I think it's going to be something horror related.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's actually a good point. Well, maybe it's Clayface.
I think he might. Because Clayface is already written. No, I think it might be Swamp Thing.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I
Or
can see
what if
that.
not just Swamp Thing, but what if it's Dark Justice?
It could be
Justice
Dark
League
Justice, or what if it's Animal Man and he brings in Swamp Thing?
Well, I'm saying like
Animal Man would be perfect.
Justice League Dark makes sense, especially after he said Constantine's coming.
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
Well,
what if
that's
it's Justice
true.
League Dark? Because then that would be Zatanna, that would be Constantine, Swamp Thing, Dead Man,
Yeah.
technically
And
Batman.
then Amethyst has been in that. And
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say
has
technically
Animal
Batman, depending
Man.
on the character that you or the version of the team that you do.
Yeah. So many options. So
Mhm.
many options. Watch, it's gonna be like Fire and Ice or something, because he loves Justice League International. I'd watch it.
Yeah.
I love them.
God, what if he does do Boston? Like, what if he's like, what if the one that he's been sitting on is Dead Man, and it's like, yeah, no, I want to do
That would
Boston
be
Brand.
amazing.
Like
Yeah.
Boston Brand is and he's such a quirky character, such a weird character. Like,
Now, for the record, this is Quick Bites. We should move on.
yeah. So let's go ahead and
Yep.
continue on here.
Speaking of bites,
Stretchy cheese, stretchy heroes, and a plot twist straight out of the pizza box.
Mm.
We've officially reached the point where villains debut in pizza commercials. Yep, Fantastic Four First Steps just introduced Giganto, the subterranean kaiju from 1961, via Little Caesar's ad.
Yeah.
He bursts through the floor mid-stuffed crust pitch like he's auditioning for a mozzarella-fueled monster movie. It's weird, it's wonderful, and it's very on brand. Meanwhile, fans are eyeing Reed Richards as the MCU's next Tony Stark. With his stretchy genius vibes and multiversal dad energy, he might just be Marvel's new Brainiac in chief. Whether he's stepping into Tony's shoes or stretching into something stranger, the setup's definitely there. Whether it's Reed stretching into Tony's shoes or Mozzarella stretching into kaiju territory, one thing's clear. Marvel's not afraid to get weird. Where's Pizza Papa when you need him?
Right. So Brandon Davis posted a video of him getting the pizzas from this commercial.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely hilarious. Like the way that he played it was like somebody delivered it right after the fight.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So yeah, it's
That
pretty
is
good.
so funny. Yeah, I think this is interesting. I've of course they're gonna have a freaking monster in a freaking Little Caesars ad. Why not?
Yeah.
And
Sure.
Reed Richards being the next Tony Stark, I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, he is basically the head of the Illuminati in the comics, so it's not like
I mean, I think that this version of Doctor Doom is just Tony Stark, so you know. But,
A teaser just came out. I don't know if you guys saw it, but a teaser just came out of the mask.
ooh.
oh, did it? Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
And it 100% is superior Iron Man.
Oh,
Ooh.
snap!
Because it's the Iron Man mask underneath the cloak.
Ooh.
So
All right. Yeah.
100% superior Iron Man, which is what I was predicting from the beginning, that it's
Yeah.
not going to be Tony Stark, it's going to be superior Iron Man.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You know what's close to superior Iron Man?
cleanliness. She's not Stark level smarts and Soprano level swagger. Riri isn't here to play nice. According to the executive producer Sheev Ohanian, Ironheart will take Marvel into uncharted territory with Riri Williams' arc drawing comparisons to Walter White and Tony Soprano. That's right. This isn't your standard genius hero origin. It's a story about brilliance, pressure, and the choices that blur the line between hero and anti-hero. So guys, if you want to give me
We got a quick opsis, but where's the pizza synopsis?
quick opsis, but where's the pizza synopsis? Synopsis. Set in the post-Wakanda forever Chicago, Riri's back home, short on resources and caught between tech and magic as she clashes with Parker Robbins, aka the Hood. She's a street-level villain. He's a street-level villain with a mystical edge, and their conflict isn't just about power. It's about world view. As Riri's journey spirals into darker territory, Ironheart promises to challenge what we expect from Marvel's protagonist. And if the comparisons hold, we're in for a ride that's as uncomfortable as it is compelling. I'm wondering, how exactly will Riri fit into the team with Kamala's heart and Kate's side eye?
Ooh.
Oh, you know they're gonna be fireworks.
Ooh.
It's gonna be
I'm
all
in.
boom, 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 boom.
Absolutely.
They should just put Jubilee on the frickin' team now.
Yeah. Now, for all of you guys out there, the first the first 2 episodes or 3 episodes are out right now?
3,
No,
I
they're
think.
they're out after the show.
Well,
So-
I mean, like after.
We don't have to
after
go
the show.
anywhere.
Yeah.
We have a deal worked out with Disney that they don't drop the episodes until after our show ends.
Until after our show ends.
Perfect.
But I am excited to watch this. It just mainly because I think Riri Williams is a great character. He is absolutely like just when you talk compelling characters, Riri Williams is a compelling character. She is a character that basically idolized Iron Man, created her own suit, but is still very different from Iron Man. As much as everybody wants to compare, like she is the spiritual successor to Iron Man, and Iron Man basically, essentially in comics and at this point in real life endorsed her to take up his mantle.
Right.
But
She's a less playboy philanthropist Iron Man. She's the more street level kind of version. Yeah. It's like if Iron Man was not a rich guy, essentially.
Yeah. It's absolute Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's Iron Man with street cred.
Ooh. Yeah.
I ended up watching Black Panther Wakanda Forever last night just to brush up. Yeah, just to brush up on some Riri. And I'm for this. I'm excited for this series.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we all will watch it this week
and
then we can talk about it next week.
Will we see Forge in it?
That would be dope.
I would love Forge, but I don't think we're going to.
No, I doubt that we're going to see Forge in this too, but I mean, like, that would be dope to see a live action Forge.
Yeah.
I almost expected Forge to show up in Echo, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So moving on to the next story here, I had to take this one because this one's kind of a big deal around my household. Mindhunter. I know Jackie's in the next room. Now with 200% more runtime and 0% emotional closure. According to Holt McCallany, aka Agent Bill Tench, David Fincher is toying with the idea of reviving the series as 3 2-hour films instead of a third season. Writers are reportedly working on the script, but Fincher's notoriously high standards mean nothing's moving forward unless he's fully on board. It's not a green light yet, but for fans who have been stuck in cancellation limbo since 2019, namely everyone in my household, it's the most promising update in years. And honestly, a trilogy could be the perfect format for the show's slow burn psychological pacing. If Fincher's cooking up a trilogy, grab your notepads and emotional support beverage because we're hunting again. Are you guys fans of Mindhunter? Did you guys watch the show?
Yes.
Nope, never seen it.
Yes. Husby and I loved it. We were so upset when it got canceled. We were like, no.
This show is currently on repeat in my home.
Yeah, it's a great show.
As soon as it's over, it's on again.
And no musical number. And they've got the freaking King of England as one of the main characters.
Yeah.
It's on repeat. I just imagine your house, like you walk in one room and it's Mindhunters on repeat, and you walk to another room and it's Golden Girls on repeat.
That is literally my house. That is literally my house. Mindhunters in the living room and Golden Girls in the bedroom.
I had to promise Husby I'd stop watching stuff about the Karen Reed trial.
Mindhunter the streets and Golden Girls the sheets.
That's exactly it. You just described my entire life.
You know what? That's the best way to have it, because if it were reversed.
Okay, that's the name of the episode.
Bad.
Yeah.
That's the name of the episode right there. Okay.
Yes.
Somebody write it down.
Golden Girls the sheets.
Right now.
Do it.
Okay.
And meanwhile, we can move on to the next story. James?
Until your 90s news, Baba Yaga 2.0. Keanu Reeves is opening to returning for John Wick Chapter 5, but only if the action scenes respect what his 60-year-old body can actually handle. That's the first time.
All back to Golden Girls.
That is the first time I've ever heard anybody, like in the orbit of Keanu Reeves, make any jokes about him being old.
I know, right? It's so crazy.
And it's from him.
After years of punishing stunts and more stair falls than any man deserves, Reeves is reportedly being perfectly honest with the creative team about what he's willing to do. The franchise's signature realism might need to evolve, but that could open the door for a more strategic, grizzled Wick. So if the boogeyman's back, expect fewer flips, more finesse, and maybe a kill count that doesn't require physical therapy.
All right. I think we all feel that. I think
Yeah.
all of us.
Really? All right.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
This is the John Wick all of us want to be. Is I'm old and I can't move.
Yeah.
I think it would be great if, like, let's say we get up to John Wick 10 and he's just like old and in a wheelchair and he's just wheeling around and he's just teaching everybody to be Baba Yagas. And yeah, I think that would be amazing.
Yeah. While in the meantime, Tom Cruise has got his walker suction cup to a plane. He's just like,
Right.
all right.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back to show these kids how to fight like me.
I'm thinking I'm back. Wait. Beep, beep, beep. Because he's backing up.
Yeah, I'm thinking I broke my hip when I fell down those 17 stairs again.
I'm in a lot of pain.
I know
People
Kung
the
Fu.
Continental.
I know arthritis.
We have to move on.
All right, let's move on to this. From one unstoppable hunter to another, Naru's just getting started. Director Dan Trachtenberg has confirmed that his third Predator film will continue her story, marking the first time a main character returns in a franchise's history. After Prey's breakout success, Trachtenberg fast-tracked 2 side projects, Killer of Killers, which we're getting pretty soon, and Badlands, which we just dropped a reel about on Monday, just to clear the runway for this one. And if you caught the animated anthology's ending, you know Naru's fate took a wild turn, cryo-frozen on a Jotja planet plucked from her time and stored like a trophy on a predator preservation.
Mm-hmm.
And it sets the stage for a sequel that could go full gladiator, full rebellion, and full cosmic chaos. Trachtenberg's playing the long game, and if Badlands lands this fall, Naru's next chapter might just be the boldest Predator story ever. So, it turns out the hunter might be the one being hunted.
Ooh.
I'm for this.
Love
I watched Killer of Killers.
Yeah.
That was a really good series. I think it's only like 3 episodes or something like that. But I enjoyed it.
I didn't realize it was already out. So I mean, it's something else I'm gonna have to go and watch.
It was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
God, has it been out that long?
Yeah.
I did not realize
It's been out for a bit. It's
'Cause
just
last
so
I
hard
heard
to keep
was-
track of everything.
Well, last I heard, everybody was hyping about like how cool it was gonna be. Did not realize because usually there's already people who are like putting up reviews, and I didn't see any reviews out yet.
Yeah. Let's see. It was June 6th.
Oh yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, but it's because you guys have been so busy, like all the cons and stuff. I think that's probably why.
Cool.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cool. Sounds
All
fun.
right,
Who
let's
put
go
my
ahead
name
and move
on
on to
this?
that story.
Who put my name on this?
Your son.
Are you serious? I purposefully didn't put my name on this so that other people could read this, but whatever. All right. The Doctor's got a new face, and it's Rose Tyler's. Russell T. Davies has hit pause on Doctor Who's future, and not even the TARDIS can fast forward through this one. In his latest Doctor Who magazine column, Davies admitted that the show's next steps are uncertain. We don't know what's happening yet, he wrote, adding that he's stepping back from his monthly production notes while things get sorted. You know, because that's British. While he insists Doctor Who will never end, the ambiguity has fans wondering what's next, especially after that wild finale where Cutie Gatwa's Doctor regenerated into Billie Piper's Rose Tyler. There's no official word yet on a 3rd season, and with ratings dipping and the co-production deal with Disney Plus in flux, the future feels more wibbly-wobbly than ever. For now, the only confirmed project is the spin-off, The War Between the Land and the Sea. while we're nursing a full-blown timey-wimey hangover. Where did I put that psychic aspirin?
Oh
right.
man, definitely need some psychic aspirin.
This show needs a sonic screwdriver with vodka because
Yes.
something's going on with this show.
Actually, a sonic
Yeah.
screwdriver would be a great drink.
Yeah.
That is,
It's real.
that is
It's
a
a
good
real
idea.
drink.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with Doctor Who right now, so I'm just,
Yeah. Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see.
There's
I'm
a lot
also-
of stuff going around, and who knows what they're doing. So
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I'm
So let's
also
move
not 100% sure what's happening with Doctor Who. So, yeah, let's go ahead and move on to this next story here. We're moving.
Yeah.
the,
So we are fully in the download now.
Yep.
We have that was the end of Quick Bites. So when did Marvel
Nom,
hire
nom,
Charlie
nom.
Day? What? Wait,
What?
what?
Yeah.
I was asking, when did Marvel hire Charlie Day? Despite Disney CEO Bob Iger's repeated promises to scale back, citing a shift to 2 or 3 films a year, Marvel has now locked in 4 theatrical releases for 2028, with dates set for February 18th, May 5th, November 10th, and a surprise edition on December 15th. So, what gets? Well, it could be a strategic reshuffle, a placeholder move, or a sign that post-Secret War Marvel is ready to go big again. Projects like Shang-Chi 2, Black Panther 3, Armor Wars, and the long-awaited X-Men reboot are all in development, but currently dateless. And with Fantastic Four First Steps already setting up a sequel, the 2028 slate might be Marvel's way of launching Phase 7 with a bang. Mutants, Monarchs, Mephisto, oh my! Which do you think we're actually getting?
Ooh.
Well, only
Well,
one of
I mean,
those is true.
the X-Men have to be used to being dateless. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
no,
I
that's,
think
yeah.
that, yeah. I feel like Bob Iger just really hates Disney Plus. He hates the streaming service.
Yeah,
And I
no, he
feel like
does.
that's what he's doing. I don't think if they made 6 movies a year for Marvel, he'd be fine with that because they're movies. They're in the theater.
Right.
and
Oh,
it's
they're gonna
money.
they're gonna make
They
him
can
more
make
money.
Money.
Yeah, right,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, let's make quality shit and let's put it on where people are watching it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, he has made it very evident that he does not like Disney Plus. That it wasn't something that he wanted to move forward on. He doesn't see it as a moneymaker, and traditional films are what makes money, and that's why he's been pushing for more films, less TV shows.
Right. That's the entire reason
and
why
that's silly.
season 4 of The Mandalorian is a movie now.
Yeah.
Is all Bob Iger.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I mean, it really is. It's
yeah.
It's because you're limiting the content, and I get it because you worry. All your only worry is money. I mean, look at the price of the parks now.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, definitely.
Fucking abysmal.
Yeah, me and Jackie
Crazy.
were just reading a story about a guy who went to a character breakfast, and
Yeah.
he paid over $1,000 for 4 people.
Good gods.
Yeah,
You could buy an iPhone for that.
Yeah.
each plate was $140 each, and then on top of that, like taking a picture with one of the characters cost per picture.
Yeah. Like
And we didn't
Don't-
realize that until after everything was done.
right. Yeah. Put a decent like down payment on something for that. Like
Yeah.
Well,
it's just-
I think what Iger wants to
pricey.
do is he wants to double dip. He's like, okay, Disney Plus is there. It's not going to go away, but let's focus on releasing content in the theaters so we can make however much it needs to make, and then it'll funnel down into Disney Plus whenever that happens, and people will
Are
watch
you
it
a
there.
Bob Iger apologist?
I'm
you?
just letting
Are you being
you
that?
know. I'm just letting you know that I think that's where Iger's coming from, is like, I can double dip. Like I just watched Black Panther last night or this morning actually, but then
Yeah.
I also noticed that Frozen. I'm like, why are they pumping out Frozen again? Frozen the musical. They just pushed out onto Disney Plus. I'm like, they're never going to release that in theater, but that's the type of content that Iger is going to push to Disney Plus, while he's also pushing theatrical projects, because these shows are costing as much as like a movie.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, let me put it in the theaters and get 100, 200, 300 million, and then I can put it to Disney Plus. I think that's where he's coming from.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, that's exactly
That's
what
the
he's doing.
old world thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly. what he's
yeah,
doing. The whole thing with him is he doesn't see it as like these subscriptions that people are paying for. He doesn't see it as, he doesn't see recurring payments as something that is actually money making. He doesn't see direct return on that. He's not looking at like, oh, okay, how much a year are you getting from Disney Plus versus how much you're getting in that quick moment for that movie for turnaround. And that's what he's looking at. He's also looking at turnaround, right? He's looking at how much can I get for this one movie so I can pay for the next one.
It's a very short-sighted view of things,
right?
Yeah, it's a very in the moment and not how can we make
which I mean
this
is in
work
character,
over
but
time.
still.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not very happy with it. They just they quiet canceled one of my go-to shows after any Marvel thing comes out. They got rid of Assembled.
Oh yeah.
The documentaries after like every show and every movie that comes out.
Yeah, and that to me, that's like the only place you could see that is on like a Disney Plus. But no, don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that.
And most people didn't. So I guess the last one that was released was after Agatha All Along, and they haven't done it for any of the shows or movies that have come out since.
So like,
well, Thunderbolts has a special
Captain
look.
America, Daredevil. They didn't do it for either of those.
Yeah, they didn't do it. Yeah, they didn't do it for the shows. But yeah,
my final thoughts here are: if you focus on movies almost exclusively, if you think it's going to trickle down, you are going to kill Disney Plus.
Yeah, because
the main reason people have Disney Plus subscriptions is for Marvel stuff or Star Wars stuff. Not a lot of people. Yeah, not a lot of people give a shit about the National Geographic stuff. Not a lot of people give a shit about all this other stuff. It's mostly Marvel and Star Wars.
And Bluey.
Now, one of the big selling points for Disney Plus was that they unbolted a lot of stuff, and that you have all the Disney movies in one place, so you didn't have to go and buy a bunch of DVDs and everything like that. Yeah, that is one of the things. Like, there are a lot of Disney fanatics that just want to be able to watch a Disney movie anytime they want. And then if Bob Iger had it his way, he would still make you would have Disney Plus, but you would still have to pay for each movie individually whenever you want to watch it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is probably inevitably what's going to happen at this point. But
yeah, I mean, it's all ads now. The ads are again, you have these ridiculous ads that are repetitive and you still have to pay, for the subscription, but you have ads now. And if you don't want ads, you're going to pay extra for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we'll see. I hope that he realizes he's wrong. But
yeah. So let's move on, because again, this subject of not only Iger's greed, but just industry greed in general.
I mean, we're going around in circles. Yeah. It seems like every episode we have something that's like this.
Yeah,
so
it works me up, and I just don't want to talk about it anymore.
Agreed.
So yeah, let's.
So now on to more depressing.
Let's talk about more industry news that is going to piss everybody off, or at least piss myself.
That has pissed everyone off.
Yeah. Cue the dramatic zoom and cherry blossoms. Anime producers are officially over Hollywood's Just Make It Anime phase. At a recent Machi Asobi event, Comics Wave Films execs Noritaka Kawaguchi and Mie Onishi. Yeah. Of Your Name and Suzume fame, vented their frustration with Western studios treating anime like a budget-friendly shortcut. Onishi recalled Hollywood execs asking, "Can you make this as an anime? It's cheaper, right?" God, it's so fucking disrespectful. A
It
mindful,
is.
a mindset she called out as not just reductive, but downright insulting. Thank you. She agrees with me. All right.
Yep.
Their point: anime isn't a genre or a cost-saving hack; it's a craft. And while projects like Star Wars Visions and The War of the Rohirrim have shown that what respectful collaboration can look like, the growing pile of anime-fied IPs is starting to feel more like a content farm than creative homage. In anime, the future of global storytelling, or
Is anime.
is anime the future of global storytelling, or is just just Hollywood's latest shortcut? God, I can't read today. Grab your senpai and sound off. There are good anime that come out of some of this stuff, and I mean, I get it. Like they are really trying to take everything and make an anime out of it. Examples of good things, and I mean, it was funny because like there's anime studios in the U.S. that have been, and specifically in Houston, that have been working on some of the things that have been coming out that are amazing. You know, like
Yeah.
the video game adaptation stuff on Netflix has been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Devil May Cry was really good. Before that, Castlevania has been amazing as far as the show goes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's just, like Hollywood is basically taking everything and saying, "Can you make an anime out of it? It's cheaper." And it's like, again, you're getting the wrong lessons from things, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, the
Hold on.
industry learning the wrong lesson.
How
No,
shocking.
never.
But what would be the alternative to not get this project made?
It's not that. What it is it's the level of respect that these execs have for it, and to them it's just, oh, it's cheap, let's do it, right?
Right.
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 And,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like, okay, so you're just gonna reduce an entire subset of artists and animators and things like that. Like it's not about it being cheap. There's an art to it, and you're disrespecting that art. And it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
what makes people want to work for you when you just sit there and reduce the work that they do?
Yeah.
And I know the answer for a lot of people is just going to be like, well, money, you're getting paid. No, because you don't want to work for somebody who is treating you like shit.
Yeah. A lot of these artists are not doing it for money. They're doing it because they're passionate about it. They're doing it because they want to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not,
Yeah.
you know, I don't write or do YouTube stuff or do this because I'm getting paid. First of all, I'm not. But, you know, I would still do it. Anyway, I do it because of the passion of it. I do it because I enjoy it. And I want to. And yeah. And if someone was like, oh, well, you just, oh, it's cheaper or whatever. It's like, no. Screw you. It's not, you know?
Yeah.
So
Not
it just-
everything should get the anime treatment either. Like
No.
some things are made better through anime, but as we've seen, some things it's just a money grab, and it's like, no. And then to insult the people that are doing it by saying, well, we're doing it because it's cheaper. No, you should be doing it because you believe in the art form that you're
Yeah,
using for it.
because it's an interesting
that's
choice for the
silly.
universe. That's why
Yeah.
these things took. It's why Star Wars Visions was so interesting, because it was a different take on Star Wars.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
why War of the Rohirrim, which I have not seen, but I've heard is good, was such
You
an
haven't
interesting. I know. Was so interesting. I will say, 'cause I haven't seen it. It looks interesting. It was so interesting because it's a different take on Lord of the Rings. It's that same kind of thing. That's what it should be used for, or it should be used for something that is purely anime itself,
Yeah.
or lends itself to that. So
I
it should
think
be
it's a great way to
creative.
tell.
Sorry.
I think it's a great way to tell like almost Elseworld type of stories, like Batman Ninja. You know, like
Yeah.
give me more content like that. Like I'm down with that. Like I'm down with getting something like War of the Rohirrim this way, because we probably wouldn't have got it if it didn't end up being anime, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I can
Yeah.
see that. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Eric saying that Devil May Cry was okay at best. And he didn't really like how they nerfed Dante. and then said it was stupid how badass they made him look, but he got defeated so easily by Murica. So there you go.
He got beat by Merca.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't have a horse in this race or anything because I'm not a big anime fan.
I mean, I'm not either. I'm just saying
But I still
I'm an
don't want them to be
artist, so I think I
insulted.
can. Yeah,
But I
That's
am.
not good.
I am, and I know Sewong is, and I know Eric enjoys anime. I mean, like,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people out there who their entire fandom is anime. And it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
again, my issue with this is not that they're making anime and things like that. It's the disrespect that they're giving to these animators and to these studios, because it's like, it's almost like, oh, well, you're beneath us, and it's like, no,
Yeah.
they're not. Because maybe in the United States it's not as big of a thing, which it is. That's to think anime isn't massive is fucking naive. Because James, when we go to cons, what's 90% of the cosplay we see?
Super Mario Brothers. No, I'm just kidding.
Which is also Japanese.
Yeah.
It's just anime. It's the anime.
Bluey.
Yeah, no, it's anime. Like the majority of the cosplay that we see at any Comic-Con is like niche anime.
When I see projects like Lord of the Rings, War of the Hero, Batman Ninja, I honestly just think that's a studio's way of trying to appeal to the next generation of people watching, anime or content.
Sure.
But what we're learning
that's what I think it is.
But what we're learning is that's not what the studio's intention is. The studio's intention, it's the byproduct is, oh, you're getting the attention of another.
Right, there's some like little happy accidents there.
Yeah, but the intention is, oh, well, you know what? We don't want to spend any money, and let's just do it this way because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but
so
the byproduct is a good thing. The byproduct is, yes, we're catching a different audience and things like that. But what it is you're disrespecting that studio, and it's like, all I'm asking as someone who critiques these things and who's a fan of this is treat it with a little more respect.
Yeah.
Is don't
I think
walk
we're all
into a
agreed
room.
on that.
Yeah,
yeah,
like, don't walk into a room and just say, I'm better than you and your fucking art is garbage. But you know what? Make fucking art for me.
Right, it's like saying, oh, well, no, this thing would be better as a comic, not a movie, because that's cheaper to make. And so
Disney does that. Disney does that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Disney does that. Disney's like, we don't want to make a movie or a TV show out of this, which we already don't want to make TV shows. So we don't want to make a movie or a TV show out of this. Let's make a comic out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying. It's that
they're
same
literally
kind of
doing that with Spider-Man right now.
Yeah, it's the same kind of deal.
They're finishing off the story from the animated series in the 90s because, there was a big following online that was like, after X-Men 97, they should do Spider-Man, where they're like, okay, well, rather than doing a show, it's cheaper to do a comic. Let's do a comic.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing art for the money of it. You should be doing it because it's art, because it's impactful, because it's good, because it...
Yeah, but we've fallen away from that. This country is more...
not just this country.
Welcome
Everywhere
to
has.
Capitalism 101.
Welcome to capitalism,
Late-stage
exactly.
capitalism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So on that
Okay,
strong
guys.
political statement, we should move on because we have successfully done the bread tube thing. So we're going to move on.
All right. Well, we are done with the news for the day, ladies.
Yes, and if you want an anime adaptation of James and or Phil and or me and or Frey,
we're not
we
there
got merch people.
we got merch people, but we're not there
Oh,
yet. Ladies and gentlemen,
excuse me. Sorry,
moving into the last segment here today. Let's talk about what happened over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. And what's coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the Geek End update.
Yes, we do have our
moved my
on the scene reporter ready to come in here.
James, are you there?
I'm right here.
All right, James.
Morse code.
What's going on in the Geek End update?
Silver Age Comic Con is going on in the Geek End update. July 12th through the 13th, Reno, Nevada. Silver Age Comic Con. It's right around the corner. It's like 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
Featuring Adam Baldwin from Firefly. That's awesome. Who else do we got? We got Olivia Diabo and John St. John. Oh, sorry. Olivia Diabo. Was in Star Wars. Hello.
Yeah.
How awesome is that? Your new best friend, John St. John.
Oh, I can't wait to see Duke Nukem again, man.
Duke
That guy's so
Nukem
cool.
himself. Oh my god, it was such
I gotta
good.
ask him. So we didn't ask him this question last time, but I gotta ask him this question this time: is who does he think should play a live action version of Duke Nukem?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Duke Nukem.
Who's Duke Nukem? It's a video game.
You don't know who Duke Nukem is?
No, I
What?
It's a
don't.
very,
Huh?
it's a very
What?
male nerd culture thing.
Yeah, coming from a guy that is not that toxic, actually.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So it's yeah. I'm saying that I'm saying I'm not really a fan of it, but I understand that it's more on the male side. So
Yeah, and your shirt says I drink.
well,
So.
it's a Game of Thrones.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's a Game of Thrones
Yeah,
reference.
but his like one of the lines that everybody knows from him was, I mean, is a line that he stole from someone else. Anyways, but I came here to drink. No, I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Oh,
Which is obviously
did
from-
he steal that from the IT crowd? If I'm here to drink
The
milk
IT crowd?
and-
No, he didn't. steal that from the
The
crowd.
IT
The
crowd
game came
stole
out
it
in the
from him.
'90s,
Yeah,
and
Oh.
he stole that from them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you sure it wasn't the IT crowd?
No, you guys-
that wasn't out in the '90s.
But
game came out in like
John
'96.
St.
I wasn't alive for it. I know this.
John St. John's great. He's so fun on stage, and he has so many cool stories. So I can't wait for more John St. John. And then one of my faves, named one of IMDb's top 20 all-time anime voice actors, Tony Oliver, is gonna be at Silver Age Comic-Con. Oh
Wait,
my
Have
god!
you
will
met
say-
him already?
We
we
have.
have, yeah. Philippe's interviewed.
I have.
We
Tony Oliver.
interviewed Tony twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, whenever you
I
say Tony
interviewed
Oliver,
him.
I think of Jamie Oliver, and I'm like, why is? Oh, no, different person.
It's his cousin from
Okay.
Puerto Rico.
His cousin from
I'm
Puerto
kidding.
Rico.
He's a-
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in Silver Age Comic Con, head over to www.silveragecomiccon.com and get tickets there. You can also check out the program, see what interviews we're going to be doing, everything on there. It's kind of a whole list of the events for the 2-day convention. Guys, we'll see you all in Reno. It is going to be a great time. We're going to have a whole buttload of fun. So, with that
We
being
do, of course, have our con correspondence as well for the next segment.
That is right. So, ladies and gentlemen, over this weekend, Sinister Creature Con happened. That's right. And here to talk about Sinister Creature Con and everything that happened over the course of that weekend show, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Sandra DeLong.
Woo!
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 So it was a very busy, long weekend. I mean, just for us alone, we were up till 4 a.m. getting our costumes done. And there they
How
are.
did they turn out?
Well,
Well, you just saw him pass by, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeff was
I
on
just
2
saw
foot
that.
stilts and 7 feet tall, and
Wow.
we won our category. So
So let's
Yay!
pull back a little bit.
Congratulations.
yeah,
Let's pull back a little bit because we know you were working super hard, and Jeff was up like all night welding and
too.
doing, and you guys were too. So tell us about the costume and or the cosplay that just popped up there. Tell us what it is and what took so long, because I totally wanted to see what it was. And 7 feet tall.
so basically we were forest cryptics. Bruce was a scully bat that he named Screecher. He made his costume all by himself. He finished
Oh,
it like
wow.
days before we got to do ours. So he got to sleep. But he
He got
he
to
had
sleep.
the sewing machine. He painted his mask. He used his allowance to buy the material. Like, he really wanted to go above and beyond and finally make his own costume.
That's
Jeff
awesome.
like a deer cryptic, and he made the mask and the cloak and made himself 2-foot stilts using recycled metal and snowboard bindings, so
Oh,
he
wow.
could be
Oh,
secured. And his character's name is Nanu. He made that up.
Nanu.
No.
Nanu, Nanu.
Nanu.
Yeah. That goes around in our house a lot. And then I am a tree nymph, where
Ooh.
basically
Oh.
I'm a tree trunk and bushes. So that's why
Ah.
I look the way I do, kind of all scattered, and I look a mess, but it came out really good.
Yeah, no, it is. It's very.
It
It's
looks
very.
good, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's
and
very natural. It's very cool.
we were only up against one other person in our category, which if she won, that would have been fine, because we know that cosplayer very, very well. And we know, there she is right there. Her name is Astra's
Oh.
here.
Oh,
And
goodness.
she was Ruby Bloom. That's her costume.
Mm.
And she makes her own patterns and makes her own dresses and makes everything. So if we had lost to her, we'd been totally fine about it. But we beat her in that aspect. But she won
Well,
audience
congratulations.
choice. So
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah.
yeah. Award-winning costume makers.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind the cosplay? Like, is there like, hey, I want to do this, and the concept started to
Well, I mean,
whirl
you,
out?
you said that two of them were kind of cryptids, right?
All three of
So-
them are.
All three of them. That was the idea. Was few
Yeah,
cryptids. Okay.
because Jeff made up Nanu like years ago, before we even thought of cosplay. He made up the character.
Oh,
And he was drawing it out and stuff, and then he was finally like, I'm gonna make this. And Bruce wanted to make something, and the mask he had won at a previous Sinister, and he used
Oh.
that as inspiration to create his bat. And then I didn't know what to do, and Jeff kind of made up the tree nymph and was like, all right, let's go for it, because I have no idea what to do.
I'm not gonna lie. The scariest thing that's come up on the screen so far was that fucking Bloomin' Onion. That just scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that was. What
We
kind
were
of
surprised
cryptid
to
was
see
that?
the Bloomin' Onion, but we won 2 free Bloomin' Onions for Outback, so
Oh,
Hey,
all right. Yeah,
That's
worth
pretty
it.
funny that
someone was
that dude.
pandering.
It's
Okay.
pretty funny that the dude cosplayed as a Bloomin' Onion. That's
Well,
Yeah.
well, yeah, because literally Outback Steakhouse had a booth there.
I need to
were
know
they giving
what
away
scary
free
movie.
steak?
I need to know what movie that was a part of. They're just like,
I guess,
yeah, we're gonna go to Sinister Creature Con, the most sinister creature of all time, a Bloomin' Onion.
Hey, even monsters have to eat.
I know.
Well, they
the
also
most
had like
the most sinister monster
they also had
is
like
Australian.
a prop of like, I guess, whatever the dip sauce that you dip the Bloomin' Onion in. Too.
Mhm,
I saw them walking around with it on Sunday. I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
because of the ability for that sauce to rip your asshole. That's why.
Yeah, that is terrifying. That is
I
a
didn't know
terrifying
that. I
prospect.
don't go to Outback.
Do not
Good.
talk
Did you
smack
fire
about
butt?
Outback and the Blooming Onion.
It gives
How
you
dare
fire
you?
butt.
Yeah, it's-
You get
mm.
fire butt. I get joy butt. No, wait. That doesn't sound right.
It is hot.
Ah.
It's as hot as the Outback.
That sounds like something for the OnlyFans, James.
Okay,
Whoa.
that sounds good.
Oh,
So
yeah.
okay, so we talked about your cosplay and it looks amazing. Where did he find a 7-foot tall robe? Did he make that as well?
Yes, he did. After he welded the stilts, he spent like a couple of hours. I had to help him make the pattern for it, and then he cut up the material. He ordered material and sewed it together.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
And he had
That's
already
awesome.
made the mask. Like, again, he made the mask years ago, and it was been sitting around, and that was the start of it. And then he made everything. He finally decided to make the character. So
Very
that's
cool.
been floating around our house for a while.
No, that's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
That's an award-winning. See, I see Anne there as a what was she, a succubus?
I think so, and that's what she was on Saturday, because Tosh Moore was using her as a model. And then you see that blue, I forget the character's name, but from Hellboy.
Abe Sapien.
That was Sack Deadpool. He was her
I
model
saw it on
from
his page.
Sunday.
That it kind of sucks that he had to pull out, but I mean, like, you know, like it would have been really cool to have him, and I'm sure he's seen like a bunch of cosplay as Abe Sapien, but I mean, like, it's kind of cool to see him, like, you know, dressed up as a like almost screen accurate Abe Sapien.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
and
he looked really
apparently
good.
he could not see. He had to be guided everywhere because his eyes were completely blacked out.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that until
Wow.
Anne was guiding him. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Oh, wow. Well,
But
it sounds like
Jeff-
you guys had a great time.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
great.
we had so much fun. Jeff met David Barclay, who's a puppeteer who made Yoda and Jabba the Hutt, and he got his signature on his laser disc of Return of the Jedi.
Wow,
Oh, that's
sweet.
cool.
That's very
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, another one to add to the collection. And we met a bunch of new vendors there, and a bunch of old friends, of course. And we also met these people who were promoting their brand new comic that they had just put out. And they didn't do a
Really?
Kickstarter or anything. They didn't know what to do or how to promote it. So I gave them your guys' card. So hopefully they have reached out to you by this point in time.
Cool.
Because they seem really
Oh,
excited.
We'll be on
And
the
one of the-
lookout for that.
Yeah,
Hold on,
one of
hold
the cosplay judges, I think, helped create that too.
Do you remember his name?
I didn't catch his name, but the comic is called Chainsaw Angels from Parking Lot Comics.
I think they booked a show.
Oh, good. Because I think he literally started to contact you the moment I gave him your card. And he wanted to know my name so he could say, Sandra said blah, blah, blah.
Was his name Kane Gallagher?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
He's trying to get
That's
in.
a great name.
He's trying to fast track his way. He's like, you get me up the list?
Like, I
okay,
know
so how was
people.
how was
Let
the
me
rest
in.
of the con?
The rest of the con was great. I mean, okay, like we go there every single time
Mhm.
since October of 2022. So we know a lot of people that are regulars there.
You're right. Speaking of
So,
regulars, I saw, was that Cindy Rue I saw?
Yes, she was the cosplay host this time. So
Oh,
she
nice.
was hosting.
Oh, awesome.
The hostess with the mostest.
Yes. And she was on the second day she was a Death Eater. Not a Death Eater.
Oh, that's cool.
Dementor. She was a Dementor. And apparently I was the
Oh, I
second
thought-
person to banish her with the spell.
That was the thought that I thought when you said Death Eater, you meant Dementor. So I like immediately just went with Dementor.
Yeah, she was a
That's hilarious.
Dementor. And a featured artist, David Acosta, did her makeup. And
Nice.
he's going to be eventually, sometime next month, we're going to feature him on our podcast. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Very
We're gonna
nice.
start- Bringing people, other creators on. I do believe that the Beard will make an appearance too.
Ooh.
Nice. Anytime the beard is on
beard.
any show, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And when he
awesome.
brings Graveyard along, it's always interesting. They don't get
Exactly.
along very well.
No.
Yeah.
Always
he's
arguing.
just a piece.
Always fighting.
So,
Anyways,
Yeah.
it looks
No,
like a
I-
good time. You didn't have a booth there. You went kind of as
Yes and no.
guests. Okay.
Because Saturday we went as just participants. But
Mhm.
Sunday I was at the Sat Geeks booth
Oh,
outside.
very nice.
Oh, snap.
Work on that volume.
Fix it in
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's not live or anything.
No. So yeah, I was out there with Sat Geeks on Sunday, helping out, spreading the word, and making a lot of connections because some people didn't know who Sat Geeks was, and
Mhm.
they need help promoting their events and their things and stuff. So I was helping networking, just like I was networking for you guys. I was networking for them, and I was networking Graveyard too. So I was networking all weekend too.
That's awesome. Thank you so
Nice.
much. Yeah, I love that you get out there with Sat Geeks. That's totally what they need. That street team, that ground level, the word of mouth, and it's like perfect.
Yeah, that's how they got in connection with NovaCon, and they're helping host NovaCon. So
Awesome. Look at
because
that.
I
Cool.
told them
Awesome.
go to Sat Geeks.
Hey,
Awesome.
can you can you have the Bloomin Onion guest on your show so we can get some more Bloomin Onion gift cards?
Yeah, no. Let's just get as many gift cards to Outback as we can.
Outback
Yeah,
gift cards.
it's just- yeah.
Well, if I had known that, I
Wow.
would have just played Plinko more and won more.
Man. Sandra, what's the next show you guys have coming up?
Oh, that's this Sunday. We're gonna be at Nerdville Comic Con in Watsonville, California. That's in the Santa Cruz area.
All
Awesome.
right.
Oh,
Cool. Very
Any
cool.
any reveals on what cosplay you guys are doing at that show?
Something easy to take off because we want to hit the beach after.
Okay.
Ooh,
oh
all right.
well, yeah,
That's
definitely.
all I know.
You're not gonna do a 7-foot cryptid crawling in the dunes, no?
Oh,
No,
man.
I think Jeff's gonna retire the stilts because it took him 30 minutes just to walk to where we needed to be for the contest. He just stayed there for another
I need
hour.
to see Jeff. I need to see Jeff do the stanky leg in stilts.
Next
Oh
game
my
night, see if
gosh.
you can get him to do it.
All right. Well, that is awesome. Thank you for coming, as
Of
always.
course.
Stick around here for a second. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna do some wrap up here, but
Yes, and of course. Oh, yep. Go.
no, go for it.
Oh no, I was going to do a transition into the. I forgot. So anyway, if you want something for your
If you
next,
do want a Bloomin' Onion, then hit up distancecertain.com.
if you want, if
We
you
got
want
merch,
something,
people.
God, what? I was going to say if you want something for your next cosplay, we got merch, people.
Yeah,
But
if you want a Bloomin'
yeah.
Onion, we got merch, people.
okay, sure, fine, whatever.
I feel like
distance
my
during Bloomin'
merch
Onion.
people was a better transition. by
It
the
was
way.
no,
It
I
really
did
Yeah.
that on purpose.
And my previous one was a better transition, so
yeah.
you know, so it's- yeah.
Hey, but we have
Anyway, we got merch, people. So.
Are we
Yeah,
done with
Yeah.
the transitions?
here
Okay.
on the screen.
All right, that's it. Yep. All right, we got most people moving on.
Perfect transition. So if you want a shirt, we got shirts. We got two different shirts actually. We got the logo shirt and the character shirt. They're $20, $25 if you got to ship it to you, but we'll have them out at the cons. So if you want a con shirt and have a little collectible, boom, get it right at the cons, right from our booth. We also have the bags. Look at me on cue.
Mhm.
We also have
Ooh.
the con bags. So if you want a con bag, they're $10 each. All you got to do is DM us, let us know how many you're looking for. And again, we're gonna have them at the cons as well. So get a con bag, get a shirt, and you're set.
Yeah.
Con swag.
That is right.
That's
that is right. Well, let's talk about schedules here, ladies and gentlemen. I still haven't fixed this graphic. Ladies and gentlemen, Tuesdays, the download from 6:30 to 8:30. We talk news, rumors, all the fun things, all of our fun cons that we're going to be going to. Everything we do, you will catch here on Tuesdays. Thursdays, the build from 6 to 8 on YouTube. Hang out with me as I build some kind of Lego. We hang out with a bunch of nerdy friends, and sometimes it's a celebrity, sometimes it's a comic book creator, sometimes it's just me, Jen, Graveyard, talking about nerdy things. And
I do not want to. Sorry, I do not want to prematurely tease anything that I don't know if it's going to happen or not. There may be a very special bracket this week, but we'll see.
Ooh.
depends on where we're
And
at with the other
also-
brackets, but I mean that actually is
Yeah.
a good idea. So
We'll see.
Last week we didn't even have a Phil. He didn't build anything.
That's
It was
right.
me and Sackpool
I built.
and Sandra and Jeff.
that's right.
And
Jeff played
Yeah.
Phil for us that last week. I was in the chat.
yeah,
I was sick, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't do the show last week, and our entire team that is actually, you guys are all on the screen right now. You guys all just came and filled in for me, and it was a whole bunch of fun. Sometimes we might need more episodes of a Jen-led build.
Yeah.
And we call those no filler. The
No
PH.
filler.
IL.
Yes.
No filler.
that's it. Yeah,
So not
it was
just,
fun.
not
I had so much fun, and I really loved. Like everybody was so sweet to come on and help me out because I was dying by myself.
I mean, yeah. Now you guys know, you know how I feel when I'm by myself sometimes. So it's like, And half the time, 90% of the time, when I'm by myself, Jen is the one that comes and bails me out. So
I try.
The build that I was doing was Sandra's costume.
nice.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, because I was going to ask. I was going to say, hey, was that part of your costume, Sandra? But I didn't want to, pry. I want you
Right.
guys, the magic happens. I don't want to be the person that, like,
You had to
Sways
peel the bark
people.
back. You had to peel
Yeah.
the bark back.
You had to peel the bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
do
sounds
like a
painful.
appreciate
bloomin'
that, Frey.
onion.
Like a bloomin', yeah, like a bloomin' onion.
Like a blooming
Oh,
cosplay
by the
is
way,
like
it's
onions.
not two. Not
Cosplay
two
building.
blooming onions. It's
Cosplay,
three.
cosplay
yeah.
onions.
3 blooming onions
Yeah, cosplay building.
We have three
like an
blooming onions and a $10 gift card.
and a partridge in a pear tree.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Fridays are The Buzzer, our latest show where knowing the answer is optional, but laughing at the wrong one is mandatory.
Yes.
Join our rotating hosts as they battle through Jeopardy, which is trivia with a side of nonsense. Well, really, where competence meets catastrophe, and whatever Jackbox chaos we can unleash.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And sorry, I can confirm we will have a special episode of Jeopardy this week.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, and it's always live on YouTube. So come and hang out with us. It typically starts at 6 o'clock on Fridays, and we will continue on. Again, I believe this week we will be either doing Jeopardy or Well Really. We will let everybody know.
We will be doing Jeopardy. Thank you, though.
We are doing Jeopardy. Ben's Jeopardy.
Yeah, it's called the Frey edition.
The Fray
Ooh,
edition.
the Frey edition.
Jeopardy out of the fray.
Ooh.
We're liking it. All right,
Be
well, ladies and gentlemen,
afraid. Be very afraid.
be afraid. Well, before we jump into some of the other things that we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, we're at that time of the show where everybody gets to plug their stuff.
Ooh.
So we'll start here with the Shuds.
Yes. Yes. I'm Shud. Shud
Shud.
Skywalker.
Shut.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Look, I am SHDU Studios on YouTube and on Instagram. I currently do Elder Scrolls content, TTRPG videos, lore from my own fantasy world. I'm ignoring them. My own original music, parallel investigations, and so much more dirty stuff. I am also on Phrase Channel. We have a little series called Classified. We take your favorite pop culture characters and place them into their respective D&D classes. There is also journals of the ancestors. We go over the different races, ancestries, and or species that inhabit the worlds of the multiverse. I am also in the Disconcerting Sphere. I am on the Download on Tuesdays, the very show you're suffering through right now, the Build on Thursdays, the Buzzer on Fridays, and I am allegedly on Cable K Productions.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm trying to get him to fucking break.
Jen, anything to add? Oh shit! What? God damn it! I'm hitting the wrong buttons.
It's all falling apart.
It really is. Jen, do you have anything to add?
Hello.
No, go away.
Hi.
Take me off the screen.
Hello. Yes, I did the Jep Nerdy for Friday. All the
Chaos.
questions, I did them. And I hope you guys listen and watch. 'cause
Yes, come on
it's gonna
Friday.
be a
It'll be
lot
very
of
fun. It'll be very special.
fun.
Yes.
Come and hang out on Friday. All right, so
Ooh, Friday.
I know, right? So, Sandra, go ahead and give us all your pluggables. I know you guys got a whole big deal tomorrow.
Yes, you guys can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and obviously YouTube at 6 o'clock on Wednesdays, which tomorrow we will be building. I don't know if I should fully say what it is or not.
Well,
We'll be working with that.
yeah. So come tomorrow to see what that is.
So then we go back and Jeff's just like, ha!
He's all like, hello. Hello.
Well, we're having a lot of fun here. James, do you have any pluggables you want to add here?
I want to plug what the DeLongs are doing because Jeff's in the bedroom. There's statues, and Sandra's not ready to talk about it.
Man, all
I'm
right.
in.
Yeah,
I wanna
let's
know.
do it.
Yeah, you know what I want to plug right now? Okay, this is actually we usually don't plug things because we're talking about stuff on the show the entire time. But this morning we talked about it a little bit at the beginning before the show. We dropped a new episode of the visual version of Comic Conversation. That is now live. There's going to be a bunch of shorts, reels, TikToks coming out soon. But that episode is now live with Scott Patterson and Sean Gunn. Whole bunch of fun, guys. Go and check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. Head over to our YouTube channel and give some love to that video. It was a lot of fun making it, a lot of fun recording it, and everything like that. And it was just a really fun interview. So that's our plug.
They looked like they had a lot of fun, and that's always our goal when doing those interviews, is to make sure that everyone's having a good time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Scott Patterson and Sean were super nice. Scott has already reposted the video, so he's super cool. Appreciate that. He shouted us out. Shout out to Scott.
Exactly.
Aww. He's
So,
so
quick-
sweet. I'm so jealous.
Quick description on what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm playing with duct tape for Graveyard.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're
All
working
I
on.
heard was you're going to a cemetery to dig up a
no.
body and something about duct tape. That's what I heard.
Body?
That's all I'm
There
saying.
is a body involved, a very mangled body, and I am in a hotel currently. So,
Is it the overreach? All right, let's go.
Okay, let's move on.
Moving on.
If you would like to support the show, the best way to do that is to head over to distancenerding.com. Go up to the top of the page right there, hit that big blue button that says buy us a taco. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you can join the taco party, be super cool, and join the taco party. Join the taco party! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Join the taco party. It is the best way to support the show. Makes it so that we can continue doing more appearances, more shows, and you guys see the production quality on those videos. Again, Bonnie Wright and the Gilmore Girls reunion are currently live, so we can continue doing videos like that and doing more and more shows for you guys. An attempt to entertain everybody and get more comic conversations out there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and move on here. So if you would like, I'm sorry, James, this is your line.
Sorry, I couldn't find my mouse. Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on and connect with us.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's not X. It's still not going to be X. That's just it's such a dumb
Stupid.
name. Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, Blue Sky, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and Mandels the beard, Jahmez's glasses sitting on a desk, and everything that we do to make
Makes you do more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
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 Oh my God.
Maybe sometimes.
Shut.
Sometimes I
Shut.
like to be uncomfortable.
Shut.
Maybe.
You have to stop now, both of you.
Me?
We're
Yeah.
never gonna stop. We're
Me? Yeah,
never gonna stop.
motherfucker.
If you'd like us to break up with
yeah,
your boyfriend,
motherfucker.
girlfriend, significant
You gotta
other,
stop.
that schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just tell us how much you want to pair a social ship with us,
or
send us
you
an
enjoy some
email
behavior
at
with the internet would kill us.
distancenerding@aol.com, and we'll read it live on the air.
That's right.
James.
Thanks.
Oh,
And keep nerding together.
together.
Bruce, wherever you are.
Yes. One more thing,
I'm sorry.
Bruce. Yes, we are very sorry. I'm sorry personally on behalf of the entire show and myself. Sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I never will be.
You never
Bruce,
go to bed.
go to sleep.
I mean,
Go
go
to
to
sleep.
sleep. It's okay. Go
Yeah,
to sleep.
go to sleep. Again, it is summer, but go to sleep. You need
His
sleep.
bedtime's
Sleep's good.
8:00 anyways, right? It's 9. Go to sleep.
8:30 for the summer.
8:30. Okay, his bedtime is a half hour ago.
He
Go to
should have
sleep.
been asleep
Go to
half
sleep.
an hour ago.
Sleep is good. Sleep's great. I wish I could sleep.
That's right, Tater.
Anyway,
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is
all right.
it from us.
Yes.
James, one more time.
Thanks, and keep nerding together.
Woo. We will see you on Thursday.
We'll see everybody on Thursday.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Yes.
Nerding.